We have a task to, let's imagine that we have task to first declare array. I show you how to declare array in the most simplest way, yes? How to declare at first values sum, declare array, initialize, instantiate this array in the memory, initialize values with real values. But also we have another option. We can combine together declaration and instantiation. For example, this is declaration and instantiation. Yes, and we can also do it in one piece of code. It will be third array equals to, and use curly brackets and put here some values like this. So this is sorry. Oh, it was this was declaration, instantiation, and initialization. So three possible options. Let's agree that we will print array on the screen with this method, with this line of code. What we should do to use it? At first we should write import java util arrays, this line, and we have system out println to string first array. Okay, let me remove this code and let's try to analyze our program again. We have, the facts that in a square brackets, why you see square brackets, you have array. If you look in the main method, this is main method, you have array of strings, and this array has name args. Let's do the next. Let's declare also, but okay, let's first do it with primitive values. So we have these values, and let's remember how to use a loop for. Loop for 0 less than array 1 and I plus plus. Tell me please, do you know what is the meaning of this part of code? You know how to write for loops? It's clear for you, this? Also important thing, that you see that I declare, okay, print ln. Okay, few details about things I printing now in a screen. I have class system. Inside class system I have some field which called out.println. Println. This is method for printing on screen. Method for printing on screen. And with new line at the end. If you want, let me write for you. I write size of my array is array1 dot length. So you see that I call variable length in this way. We can do it in this way. Int array length equals to array1 length. Array, yes, this one. We did it. And now what I do now? Now I can print on a screen it, and let me also show you if I use only print, we will the end, and this is without. But if you look in the result of program execution, you will see that we have it's not clear. Let me also print for you. Also, let's repeat the same line of code twice. And we will see that these values will be printed in the same line. You see, 5 size of my array is, and etc. So we don't have any breaks. So remember, we can use for printing values, we can use print. We have combination. This plus means concatenation. Plus in this case, it's a string concatenation. You should remember that everything we print in these quotes, double quotes, it is a string. If we have single quotes, it is a character. It's a character. We should remember this. So this is string, and this is some value, and this is concatenation. So in this case, this value will be converted to a string and will be added to the end of this string. So if you want to add one value to another one, we will use plus sign. Also, if you want to print something on the screen, we can use also printf, like in a C language. You may be acknowledged with the method printf. I think yes, because and it also can put here this. Okay, let's do the simplest way, and in more, but do not forget to add at the end a line break. Array. And we have this result. So you see, we print string and then we print size of this array. So it's clear for you now. We can use printf, and we can use print and println. How to print on a screen. Printf is formatted output. Usually you use this way when you created your C or C++ programs. So the same thing. And now let's move to array, and let's print on the screen my array. I remove all this code. Array is I will do it manually. What I do now. Array 1 y plus empty space with a comma, and we run our program, and we will see the result. Also, another question: if you have two arrays and you want to add them, what you will do? Elements of the arrays. Array 2. Well, let it be a bit different. What we will do? We declare set array 3 equals to new int, and here we put array 1 length, the same size as size of one array. And what we will do, we will let's array is plus arrays 2 string, and put here array 1. And also what I want to do, I want to add these two arrays. What I will do very simple thing. I will do array 3 I value equals to array 1 plus array 2, but with I at the end. And now let's print on the screen the result of this. Sum of arrays is array 3. And now we see the result. So you see we have some of these elements. So we have 4. We can use 4 in this way, and also we have also for each. Do you know what is for each loop? How it looks like? No. Okay, for each looks like this. You use int sum accumulator, and you put here array 3, for instance. And what you can do, you can do simply what doing this, how it looks like and what it is. We have for, it's a keyword, yes. We have array, this is some collection or some container of values, and we have the syntax is, let me print the syntax here. For, we have parentheses, and we have some temporary value. It is temporary value. And this temporary value should be of the same type as container data type, and this is some container of values. So if you have integer, the container should be of the type integer, and if you have double, it should be type of double. And idea that we move from one to the from first to the last element, and we simply get these elements. It is very important that if you try, for instance, to modify the value of accumulator, you cannot have any influence on the array 3. So if I print again the result of my program, the sum of this adding is not changed absolutely, because if you do the same thing here and you will do something like this, you understand that you will have only 4, value 4, yes, but let it be in this way. But here you change and modify values. Here this loop will copy element of this array, put it into accumulator, and you can do with this value what you prefer to do. So this for each, it's like a read-only loop, with some limited functionality. If we compare it with this for loop, you have to understand this idea. So if I run it again, you will see that my values will be 4, but I change this accumulator to 3, but it will not influence or have any influence on output array. You see that I have 4, not 3 but 4. Also, you know, let's also analyze this for loop in details. We have for, which is keyword. We have some, we have parentheses here, and we have something which we called index. We have some condition, and we have some operation. In this section you can put multiple values, for instance I++, J++, and etc. after comma. These operations can be separated by comma. So operation 1, if needed operation 2, but they are optional, and etc. Condition, that's only one condition, and index will be how you prefer. Also, you may know that if you use loop in the next form, this loop is very simple loop, and this is endless loop. So this loop haven't any start and end. So this program will, this loop will never end, and you got idea, I believe. This is endless loop because this condition is true. Also, you can put, okay, let's do the same. True, you put simply true here, and you put int y equals 9. We put here something like j minus minus, and if you run I run my program, it will be also endless, because here we have true, and this loop always will have true. In this case, my I will run from 0 till the length of array. And you have to remember that arrays, you remember, yes, I believe yes, that elements in our array, starting index of this element starting from 0 till number of array minus 1. It's evident thing from previous courses. I believe you know this fact. So this is, maybe you have some questions, you can write them in the chat. I will explain you, because it's two students, we can talk about anything. So this is our for loop and how it looks like. Now, very important thing, because in previous our class I told you that we also have functions like break and continue. It's important, quite important, and you have to understand what it is. If we have this, let's do the next. If my array values, index of my array are if I condition, then all even elements will be added. Else I write here continue. In this case, let's run it again and let's check. Each even number will be added, all odd numbers will be skipped or continued. I think it's clear for you now. Yes, all even numbers will be added. And we see that 3, 0, 8, 0, 10. Why zeros? Because if we initialize, we define our array, we instantiate it, but we didn't define the values of this array. By default, they will be zeros. So that's why these values are not substituted by the results of the sum operation. This is continue operator. And also we can write the next, else if okay, this will be all about continue operation. We also have break operation, and we also have two-dimensional arrays. You have to remember and understand that in Java, two-dimensional arrays look like a bit different. Let's create two-dimensional arrays. At first, very important thing, that multi-dimensional arrays in Java are arrays of another arrays. So a multi-dimensional array is an array which elements are another arrays. Let me show you in the way of array 3. Array 3 will be two-dimensional array. It will have two square brackets, and we will have integer values, and we can set size of this array. Let's do it. Array 3. We did it in this way. And also let's change this code and let's print on the screen array 3. How it looks like? Empty two-dimensional array. Let's look at this code. You see I comment out these lines. I told you that you see, we see the symbols of array, but what we see here? We see here only some strange values. It's reference. It's reference and it's reference, so these two values are references. And these references are the references of element of int value. It's incorrect. So I have these elements of array. If you want, you can do the same thing to print values with a command like in our previous case with the for each loop. It will be rather simple. What we will do, you will do int tmp array, then you take array 3, and then what you will do system out println and print on a screen the values in this way, arrays to string, and you will print on a screen tmp array this way. This will be the same idea like in previous case, only with the square brackets. Also semicolon. So how it looks like with the for each loop, you see the same idea, but shortest way of doing this. Now let's talk about break. While we are using breaks, we also use labels. Labels can be named as you prefer. For instance, label outer and label inner. How label can be written? You write some name with colon at the end. This is you can also do things like this stupid thing, but what it will be? This is if you look at this code, this is label, and this is command. So it's possible to write in Java code something like this stupid thing like this. It's possible to write here, right? But sure, it's a bit strange. Okay, this is label inner, and what we will do, if I equals j, then we will break and write label inner, else break label outer. What this thing will do? This piece of code will break. Okay, very important thing. Where did you use break labels in the C language? Did you know? Did you have experience of using them? No? Okay, in this case I will not be compare with C language, but in this case if this happens, then this loop will be broken, but outer loop will run. If this will happen, then all this loop will be broken, and program will start from piece of line of code with number 26. Also, I have another very interesting thing which may be useful for you. And what is this thing? This is generation of random values. Imagine that we have this array, but imagine that you want to use array for some purposes. What this array will be? What this array will be? What this array will be? Let's declare array larger array, not 2, but let it be 5 by 8. And what we will do, we will array is, and what we will do, for equals to 0, I less than, better not to delete it, but okay, array 3 length. I want to emphasize that this is the length of this array, of this. That means that in this case length will be 5 elements. And also what I will do, what happened? This. We have 5 elements here. And also we built some inner loop. And what we'll do, we will array 3 I j, and we will fill it with the random values. What I will do now, the simplest way will be, but let's declare our array as a double array. Let be the first simplest case using of math class. We have class math. This class has multiple mathematical operations, and we will use function random. And let's try to run. Also, this should be double. Let's run our program. Array 3. We have error in What is the message? Error cannot. Okay, let's analyze together this code. Line 11, array 3. Three lines. Now everything should be okay. Math random. Let's try in our environment, because I don't see what is the reason of my mistake. It's quite a rather simple mistake, but array 3. Sorry, lens. Lens, now everything okay. You see, very simple mistake with the letters, and I didn't see the mistake. So we have this array. Let's maybe decrease the number of elements in each row. We will see smaller array. You see all these random values. Okay, let's continue with, maybe have some questions about this double array. Okay, another important thing, that if you have array 1 equals to, for instance, 1.3, 2 or 3, and double array 2 equals to 3.2.6.1, what you can do, you can write something like this: array 1, array 3, 0 equals to array 1, array 3, 1 equals to array 2. This is the idea. Let's comment out this piece of code, and you will see that we have a smaller array, and this array will contain will be the array with which comprises two arrays, and again array 1, sorry, array 3, misprinting. Yes, in IDE it's better to type, because you see what you're typing. In lens you print properly, and array you print properly. Now we fill in reverse order. We should do, in this case we should do, let's change our idea to this, or maybe okay, this way. You see that our tree, okay, let me show you in this way. Okay, let's refactor our code in this way. Let's create it as a characters, char character, else array 3 I j equals to empty space. In this case we'll see asterisk. and also it will be character. Run, and you see that these are spaces. Maybe let's do in this way. We char tmp array, and we print tmp array, sorry, tmp char, tmp char, and we add here empty line. I don't know, it's clear for you what I'm typing now or not? Rather small, so let's increase the size of our tree. So, do you see something closer to tree? But in this case, let's exchange the values. It's a bit strange tree, but it's like a tree. What do you think? Are you here? So this is one of the options. I'm sorry, because when I'm thinking and typing, thinking and talking, it's a bit strange to type, but nevertheless, it's something like a tree, like a Christmas tree. We can decrease this, for instance, set. Yes, it's like, you want to see that you have, okay. Okay, how we can do this? How do you think we can do this? Your suggestions, because this is a laboratory, like laboratory. What do you think? So I will make some suggestion for you. I make some suggestion for you. You don't know. Okay, I know. Start branch -1, and also end branch +1, and what we will do, else if the same thing. Else we print this. So here we put start, and the end, start branch, and branch, but also this condition, but when we will have branch, when we will have branch, branches will be when our j divided by 3 will be equals to 0. If it's equals, we will do this. So more complicated condition, let's try. Sorry, it should be printed not here, but it should be printed, no. This is mistake. It should be put here, and it should be put here. So if I run it again, let's try. Idea that if so if start, no, we don't have it. Let's increase the size of my tree. No, it's not good, rather good. Let's set it to 200. Sorry, 20 by 200. This will be better because it's width of, this is my tree. Yes, this is my tree. Now let's create that every said branch in our tree will not have 1 or 2. Let's do it. That's okay. I understand why. We should put these values not here, but here. But here. And let's take into account that's creativity. That's the question of creativity. -1. It will be not good. We should let's also no, it can be here, it will be here according to my code, but let's declare also CNT equals to 0, and this 0 should be minus CNT and plus CNT, but this CNT will be a greater and greater. Let's try to run it again. No, we simply make it wider. It's not good and not nice because did you got idea what I want to do? Also, what we can do, we can omit. We have to at every three branch we remove two leaves or these asterisks, and it should look like so these are empty. If you have this start branch and end branch. Okay, for today that will be all. This is only exprompt, so you see the code and you understand main idea how we want to, how we can draw it. Okay, so let's see the next week, and please try to reproduce the same code. Try to play with this and try to create proper. This will be your home task. Try to draw a proper Christmas tree. Maybe strange task, stupid task, but you saw that I played with this task rather amount of time. Okay? See you next week, students.